Okay. So it should be good now, as far as mine goes. Alright, so what was I going to work on? It's a question, because I had not really thought exactly what to work on. So last time I added some more gallery puzzles here, and let me set up a chat window here. Spam phone calls. Kind of sleepy. I kind of felt like working on some concept art stuff, just because I'm not sure my brain is there for doing design stuff right now. So concept art might be useful, since I've literally done like one major piece of concept art. I've done a few things, I guess, but let's see. I had some things this was the main thing I had done. I'm not entirely certain I like it, because it's sort of just based on the idea that the game would be mostly black and white. And I don't think I want to do that. Also not allowed if I'm not sure if I'm actually legally allowed to use a Rubik's Cube for anything. Although I would like to do that. Let's see, there's that final one. Okay, I did a colored version of it too, which was just a quick kind of throwing together of color. It looks okay. I'm still not sure what to do about the grass though, because I don't particularly like it. I like it here, but here it looks weird around the edges of this kind of dirt part. So I have some palette somewhere. That's the default palette. I was almost certain I had a palette. Yeah, here it is. Oh, I guess the default palette is my palette. Okay, so we'll just do like a something or another to try to do a concept. And sort of the way I did that one was I just took a big brush and kind of just went with it, with whatever came to mind. I feel like I need to try to concept an actual area though. There's a couple things that I could do. Starting area is, I have no idea. Oops. I have no idea what to do for the starting area. This was sort of an idea of the start area, but a very strange one. I don't know whether this palette's going to work, but because it is sort of a grayscale palette. But I did have an idea of an area here. Currently is like this. I thought about doing it not that way, just doing it, where is it? Here? Like, here's the concept I was doing of just vaguely what that could be. So, maybe I'll try doing that. Actually, don't. Let me pull in this panel. Okay. Oops. Kind of need that on its own layer. Again, my initial inclination is to make something that's way bigger than the actual panels are in the game. But yeah. Okay, so here he is. Let me just, to begin with, clear that out, and then do that or something, maybe. Yeah, okay. So I need, let's just make one that's like 5 tall or something. And it doesn't really have to be filled in or anything. It's fine if it just looks like that. Okay, so basically I already did this with these things, did some pillars, but kind of hard to see against that background. Yeah, so that's sort of the idea. There would be kind of this thing going on. See, this is the problem with having layers on pixel art, is that I end up doing stuff on the wrong layer. It's fine, I just need to have all this stuff on layer 3, and then the background can be blue, and we'll just lock it I feel like that's too. Hello, Cloper. Yeah, it is kind of the evening. I've just been pretty lethargic this weekend. Since my brain did not appear to be with me today, I thought it might be a good day to do some concept art instead of design stuff. It's like Alright, that didn't look terrible. I am not the best at the pixel arts, but no, I try. Kind of looks better doing that anyway. Maybe not on that side though. Just get the line tool. So, how are you today, Cloper? I hope you're doing alright. I am just trying to make some kind of pillar that has some notches on it. Which is actually just based on another concept art that I had. Which this is just like done in Photoshop, but was just a really rough thing, so I thought I would try to do something that was more, you know, more final, I guess, but I don't really know what the art style of the game exactly is going to be, so I gotta figure that stuff out too. Pavilion. What is that? Oh. Pavilion game. Oh, yeah. 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 I know this game. Yeah, it looked interesting to me. I liked the aesthetics of the game, but I thought about a couple times making Taiji isometric, just because this kind of view is a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit boring. Just your standard kind of top-down view, but I guess I just hope that I actually will get better at pixel art before I have to ship the final thing, because I'm not that good. And yeah, well, this should be this color probably instead of the really bright color. I'm just not that good, and I'm not entirely certain what I even want. Like, I had this concept art that I did, and this version of it that was like black and white, which was one of my ideas for the game, which was that the game would be mostly black and white with certain things being colored. But then I don't know if I like that, because then it feels like an arbitrary decision, because I kind of had one idea of why that wouldn't be arbitrary, and then changed my mind about it. This doesn't look terrible though. I'm not really sure what the puzzles are in this game. It seemed like they might be just mist type kind of environmental puzzles and stuff. It's definitely, I think it's a point and click game, isn't it? That looks fine. I'm just trying to do version of my idea here, my concept idea. Oh, I need the eraser. Not sure if that's enough room there, but I don't really have a personal deadline for the game. It might be a good idea, but I just don't get to necessarily work on it that much for me to set a good deadline. You know, like I have a day job, so kind of like I work on it outside of that, and it's hard to do that when you work full-time. It's hard to fit in also working on a game for very much, so I force myself into doing these streams on Sunday so that I at least will work on it some every week. But I don't really have a deadline for like when the game gets done necessarily. It's just whenever it's done, which is probably disappointing. But you know, it's gonna be a while. Yeah, I've got slight room here for just to get smashed in. I'm still pretty darn early, I'd say, but it's hard to say exactly because I'm pretty early in the sense that progress on art and stuff is like I pretty much showed you what's been done for art, right? Just some early concepts and things for what the art will look like. But in terms of puzzles and stuff, I mean, like, this is kind of what's in the game right now. That takes about probably 2.5 hours to get through, so it's not a huge game, but it's bigger than my last game ever got to be, so that's a measure of progress, but it's hard to really to say much just from that. Wrong layer again. Let me lock this layer now. It's hard to specify completeness of the game. It's I just would say that it's still pretty early. It's still basically a prototype of the game rather than the full game. Like I'm not in production because I don't really know yet what the shape of the game is going to be exactly. Like I would like to be farther in it, certainly, because like I've been working on the game for like a year, but I worked on this other game called Duet. Well, the hard part about that is there's another game that came out later called Duet, which is what you'll find if you search. But I worked on a 2-player game called Duet that was never finished. It's increasingly hard to find. And this is like a just video, really old video and crummy video of the prototype version of that game. I worked on that for about 3 years or so. I was working with one artist, and then that didn't work out, and so I had to switch artists, and then that worked out a little better, but eventually they had to move to a project that could actually pay them, because I wasn't paying. It was just sort of a thing we were working on. It was a fun game to work on, but yeah, I made some mistakes in terms of the production of that game, I would say, primarily. Just in that it didn't need to be as well produced as I was planning on doing it. Like, I was very much like, oh, this game's gonna have hand-drawn art. There's not gonna be like, it's not gonna be like a whole bunch of, it's not gonna be pixel art. It's not gonna be blocky. It's gonna be all smooth and custom art for everything. And it was kind of more than it needed. And that's mostly why it never got done. Was just because I set the bar too high. So hopefully I don't do that this time. That's kind of the hope, is to try to not actually screw myself when it comes to the production requirements of the game. So if I can do it myself, then that's one thing that's helpful, even though I actually did start this project working with an artist, a friend of mine. It's just easier if you control everything. Like, if you control whether or not it can get done, I guess, is mostly the thing. Like, if you're dependent on somebody else, if they drop out, then you're just up the creek without a paddle at that point. That doesn't look right. That should be like, yeah, maybe like this, but anyway, it was a cooperative puzzle game. Duet was. There actually are a couple games that came out that are kind of similar to it. One is a game called Ib and Ob. So there's been a few games that came out that were similar ideas to that. But unfortunately I didn't finish my own game. And, you know, I could potentially still go and finish it, but it kind of reached a point where the idea was not as interesting as I thought it was initially. Like, I had sort of just grown out of that idea. So, and I don't tend to be very happy if I'm not working on, like, the project that I think is most interesting for me to work on. Let's see, I need some rubble here. I don't know how well this thing actually looks, but I need rubble. base of this. I don't know if that's a reasonable explanation of answering to your questions of, hey, when is this one going to be done? Which obviously I would like to know when it will be done. But I'm just, all I'll say is as soon as possible, basically, is when it will be done. That just may be a while before it's actually possible. Yeah, it looks not terrible. I think this looks slightly strange, though. But for this game or for Duet? Either way, the answer is yes. People tested the games. People have tested this game. That's how I get that length figure. But my last game was probably about an hour at best to get through the whole game. It was not a very long game. Part of that is just because I have a general design philosophy of being super minimalist, where if something's like not as good as the best things in the game, then there's a good possibility that I'll end up cutting it. The only thing I don't really like here, I think, is this part. Like this is sticking out too much. It doesn't look bad, actually. Did I do a bunch on the wrong layer again? No. But I did put a bunch of blue down for some reason. I don't have a demo online. No, I don't really put it out publicly, but if you want to, there is a blog for the game, and you can certainly, there's a lot of stuff to read about there. I try to be not super duper spoilery about the puzzles, but you can probably put together some of what's going on with the puzzles from here. I do have a little, even just a short about the game page that kind of explains like what the basic concept is. If you haven't seen the game, I don't know if you'd seen the game before, so if you haven't seen the game, then I can show you some stuff in it. Nah, it doesn't look like I can do that. Like move both layers. That'd be nice if I could do that, though. Oh well. Should be moved over some is all. feel strange about like the way that the panel looks there, but okay. As far as trying it, I can add you onto the tester list, but there's a little bit of a backlog there. Okay, yeah. Well, I don't necessarily always know who everybody in chat is, so. But yeah, I could put you on the tester list, but like I said, there is a little bit of a backlog of people that want to test the game at this point, so it might be a while, because well, because of other people, and because generally speaking, in terms of like testing the game, I don't always just throw it out there that frequently. This is a slightly difficult question. I guess I can do that. So there's supposed to be like a gate between these things of some kind. Probably do one that's... I like this song. I can do Mac, but the main issue right now would be the controller support would not work on Mac, because I need to set up that separately. Which is annoying, but it is what it is. Is that the let's see, there's a few things. One is the mappings in Unity come up differently depending on whether you're on Windows or Linux or Mac. So I have to just detect which one you're on and set the mappings accordingly. Let me adjust this camera. And the other thing that's even more annoying, actually, is dealing with this guy. Wirelessly versus wired. It comes up and it shows up to Unity as the same thing, but the mappings are different. So there's actually no way that I can really get around that issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this... try to make this door in the ideal case. I'm not sure where the... Yeah, that looks fine. So we're going to make the door in the ideal case, basically. Try to figure out what size it should be. Probably like that size or something. Yeah, it just changes, like, I don't know, it's really strange, but like it shouldn't theoretically, but it just comes up. interesting. Yeah, it just comes up as a different button layouts. Which I could get rewired or something to fix that, but I tend to not like to just do that. I tend to like to do stuff on my own for some reason. Okay, it looks like... I'm just gonna make this door, and then we'll go from there. Not entirely certain what to do with the door because I can't really use the exact same colors. I guess I can use this color and be probably okay. Kind of strange. So I feel like I don't know. I'm actually not entirely sure what I should put on the door because I always have the issue in this game of subtle things are important. So in the case of like this particular puzzle, which I guess this would be the spoilers. Like it seems irrelevant to a certain extent, but you know the way the puzzles work in the game is you're supposed to figure out what you should put in the panel, like how it should be lit up. So in this case, like the solution would be like this, because what is signifying what you should do is whether the edge of the pillar is sticking out or not. So therefore, if I put some really particular pattern on the door, then that draws attention away from what is actually important in this scenario. It feels just, I mean, the simplest thing would be to just put, you know, just some boards and just make it a wooden door like that. Right. That's like the simplest, least creative thing, but does work. That makes it look like brick. It's very strange. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do with this. Wrong layer again. Turn off these other layers. I'm just going to try to do the door as straightforwardly as it seems like is possible. That seems a little better to do it this way versus the other way. Welcome back. But yeah, I actually haven't really started implementing much art in the game at all, so... I don't really know why this door is outlined exactly. It's kind of... seems like a bad decision. It should probably be... like that, if it's gonna be outlined there. And then over here. Excuse me. I need to get something to drink. Eh. Not a good door, but not the worst door. Put on my little preview thing. It's like I kind of want to be able to do something interesting with it, but I also kind of can't because then it will draw too much attention to itself. So yeah, I can probably do something like that though, just at least to give it some slight interest. Oh, it's really strange. I think my music has exhausted itself. Where is that? I am a slow pixel artist. It's too easy to get bogged down in details when, like, I really have no idea what's correct for this door, other than that it shouldn't be too distracting. It should just be a door, and it should look okay. I feel like that kind of makes it look like it's made of aluminum, which is sort of strange. Aluminum door. Okay. And I'll just flip it for the other side of the door, I guess. Okay. So that feels okay. Feels like I just need like a wall in between that. It's really hard to figure out. Well, I guess that's probably just means this needs more refinement. Because theoretically, if I had a wall back here that like this was part of, it would be this color, right? Like that would be the color of the wall back there. But because this doesn't have like a strong outline, it's not really clear. So I probably just need to outline this like this. So that against that, it's still visible. Yeah, it's not really clear to me whether I should go with black and white. Like, part of the black and white thing was just to limit myself the possibility of me getting stuck in the mires of doing the art, just because I'm not particularly great at art. And I could very easily get stuck spending way too much time doing art when it really doesn't make a huge difference on the final game. How exactly I go about it. So I don't know, like, it could be colored. Yeah. I think I can always try different colors instead of doing it exactly this way. It can be like, well, let's make this like blue or something. Which really is probably something I should do anyway, even if it was grayscale. I should probably like shift the tones. But I did feel like these should be stone pillars anyway. This color, yeah, it does look interesting. Like, this is interesting, and this is interesting in their own different ways. Let's see. So what color, if I'm gonna recolor this ground, what would it be? That's the hardest part, is like coming up with what the ground color somewhere should be. Like, if it's gonna be even if it's grass, it's like it's hard to come up with like a flat shade that looks okay for grass. So here I went with this, like, that color. It's just like a non-typical color. Yeah, I think this looks okay, like using this not quite gray colors. So if I was gonna color this door, though, that's a separate thing. It will be easier to color it if I pull this off onto a different layer. I don't know. Let's try some random things. Looks strange. looks generally better. I do wonder about doing this kind of gate, though, versus doing, like, a barred gate. Because if I do this, like, I have to animate it, you know, opening inward. And that's harder to do in a way that looks good than something that just, like, slides, or something that, like, slides up or something. You know, because I could just have, like, iron things like this that just go up, and then have little pointies at the top, you know. I could do that for a gate that's just a series of those. What is going on? Why didn't that fill? I don't know. Anyway. Oh, because I don't have it on. So I could just have like that, you know, because then that can just go down into the ground or something, rather than being as difficult as far as animation goes. Actually use the same color. Interesting. So then I can just do a gate like pretty easily, rather than doing it this way, because really all that matters is that you're gated, right? That you have to solve the puzzles to get through each kind of gate. It doesn't necessarily matter what the gates look like. That's not bad. Actually, I don't dislike that. I just need a wall on either side of it. something strange about the way these look, though. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Like, they feel... I don't know. I mean, it's always a problem with this particular, like, perspective, is that things look kind of flat. Maybe they'd look better if I just gave them like a little, you know, like a little spot where they come out of. I'll just do it this way. So strange. Some rings around the bars in the ground. Like, so yeah. That's what I was trying to do. I guess it could be like. Yeah, it could be like. That kind of thing. Just doesn't look right for some reason. I'm not sure why. Put on my thing so I'm not zooming in and out all the time. Oh, pixel art. So, it can be ridiculously tricky to make things look right with pixel art. It's also strange, somewhat strange for that to be metal and this to be stone. It's not as strange as it could be, but let's see. This guy needs to have dark along the edge of this too. Continuing to put things on the wrong layer is just fabulous. Really hard. I don't know. I think that's probably better looking. Just trying to get the right perspective on those parts on the bottom is hard. Okay. Yeah, that's not terrible. These are wrong, though, actually, because I need to fix one of these pillars. Just for the sake of the concept. Actually, I don't really need to do it at all for the concept, but... this should be... Let's see. So that needs to be like here. This bit goes here. Yeah. Okay, so I need that, and on the other side, same thing basically. Probably should have had shadows on them anyway, like that. On that side. Yeah. That seems almost right. So I need, again, to clear all of that out. That's what that is supposed to look like, more like. It's not quite perfect, but it's closer. Okay, so what else we got here? I guess I didn't color this on the bottom on the left. Yeah. So, the question is, what color are the panels actually in this area? Because I can color panels whatever I want, pretty much. Yeah, that doesn't look bad, actually. Although, I doubt they would be white to begin with. They'd probably be more... an off-white there. Yeah, so that makes the solution be that. Then at that point they would turn white. And these guys would kind of go down, I guess. I'm not on the wrong layer. Yeah, something like that. Go down. So what I need at this point is I need to set up this one. Like it's the next one or whatever, so that I can kind of be like, okay, what does a series of these look like? So I feel like probably need to have the wall go out over here as well, and then around. Should save this just in case a sprite crashes. Let's see. I mean, at the moment, this is like the binary area, but I figured these puzzles didn't actually have to use the binary stuff, and I could do something else with that maybe, but I'm not sure. So it's just a concept, but okay, so on this one here. That's fine. So then that's just going to kind of go up like this. To another wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just trying to make them even. Basically just a basically just like that, but I need to adjust this rock here because it's not quite gonna work unless I put shadow here, I guess, but I've got too many layers now, it's starting to get confusing. Oh, that's like the wrong color, isn't it? I don't know, it's hard for me to tell. I think that is the same color. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad, actually. I don't think. It's wall setup. I thought it would look worse than it does. Because the, what in the heck? Because the wall doesn't really have any texture to it. Oh no, I made it a brush. Didn't want to do that. No, slightly annoying that the paste and makeup brush are like one apart. I feel like that should be like that. I never have these things drawn right. But hey, you know, it's kind of the point, I guess, of doing it this way. So then you figure out what needs to get fixed. Yeah, it looks cool. Looks cool. How long have I been streaming? Oh, not long. Seems like streams go by a lot faster when I'm not doing art, when I'm doing design stuff. Okay, let's see if I can get that to look okay. What is going on? Oh, okay. So that one looks right, but this one looked wrong, which is strange. So my guess is that this is what's actually wrong. It's fair enough looking. Why is it not letting me do anything? Oh, the layer's locked. Okay, that's kind of cool. I don't really have a good indication as to why you can't go around here, but I'm sure I can figure something out. And the other thing I need to figure out is what the heck is going on with the grass. Oops. That needs to have like a path here or something. Not really sure what to make this stuff look like. That's kind of what I did before, was like that number. Broken stone tiles. Yeah, you're probably right. Let's try doing something like that. Not sure what kind of tiles they should be, though. Should probably be fairly uniform. Could make it out of this same stuff. Suppose that would work. But that might not be a great idea. So let's try something a little bit different. There should probably be something like that or whatever, but it doesn't quite look right. These look really big too. Because I don't have my character. Which I'm not sure. I think the character is going to be somewhat like that and somewhat like it is presently. But not exactly the same. So I can pull in the character. Even though, like I said, I don't think that it's probably going to be that size. It still gives an indication of what makes sense and what doesn't. See, because like at that size, like these things are really huge. I should probably make the player bigger, but yeah. See, because I should have had this in here for scale, because like now this is really, really tall wall for no apparent reason. Like at that size character, the wall could be like this high and be a perfectly serviceable wall, right? And the spikes are like as big around as the character is, which is pretty hilarious. Yeah, so I'm just gonna fix that real quick. Because why not? And oops. I think on this side it really should be lit up. I feel like. I don't know. Where is... Okay. Yeah, no, it's better. Yeah, it's like... Like, I like the idea of having a small sprite on the screen, but it's also, it is a question of what makes sense at that point for the environment design. We don't want them to be able to squeeze through the bars. ain't perfect. Not gonna be perfect either, but it's not necessary for it to be perfect. So now it looks like that wall gets taller as it goes on. Which is kind of interesting. But yeah, I'll have to fix those bars. But yeah, relative to the player, a little cobblestone would just be kind of like this or something. Yeah, that's not terrible. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. But we were talking about making them broken. Not really sure exactly how to do that, other than just kind of this kind of thing, I guess. Actually, that looks kind of cool with that color for the ground. Alright, see you around. Thanks for joining. And sleep well. Actually, it doesn't look bad. My music's out again. A little bit. I think I'll take a break and go get some food, and then I'll probably come back and stream some more after that. So what do I want to listen to in the meantime? Yeah, we'll listen to a little bit of this. Neat. So now I gotta fix these bars. Which shouldn't be too bad. So let's just change these to where primarily they should probably be only like 3 pixels thin or something. That a little bit less silly looking. always turn off that little window. I don't know why. Doesn't look terrible. That's a much more appropriate sized little thing. Okay, so if I have like shadows or something, I wonder what that would look like. Oops. Yeah, these look ridiculous. These just look like comically oversized now. Which is funny, because they looked fine at first. It's just the size of everything changed drastically. Like, if I get rid of this, the player, and also the other stuff, then it's like, okay, it could be a person about this big, right? But it's like, scale of everything is very different, so. Oh, hey, Fire Drake. How's it going? And, thanks. I tried to make things not look terrible. There's a little bit I don't like about the pillar, but yeah. But, you know. I think mostly the thing I don't like is this rock here. It looks a little weird. Yeah, it looks better. Yeah. I'm spending too much time on details on the art, but, you know, whatever. Putting shadows on everything is a lot of work. Anyway. I'm glad you're doing good. Yeah, my initial thing for these gates was to do this really big one here, and it looks kind of silly. Because I did it all without having the character reference there. And I was making like giant, like, let's see. If I pull this in, like, everything was sort of scaled to the point of like the character being like this big or something. Maybe not that big, but like this big at least, right? And so I had like tiles on the floor that were like this big, and it just looked really silly once I brought the character in. So, which I could make the character bigger, but I'd rather not, because animation is a lot harder than just doing environments. So. None of this is like remotely modular, which is the thing where I'm saying like I'm killing myself. I'm setting up myself to fail by not making this stuff modular. But it looks good, so. Yeah, it looks okay. It's concept art, mostly, because I'm just trying to figure out what the environments are going to look like, and the only real concept I've done was like this, which was for like the very beginning area, which actually I originally did black and white, but I don't think I'm going to be doing the game in black and white now, so. So it's fine if it's one-off because it's just concept. It's just like trying to figure out, okay, what is the general style of things? What are, you know, what would I like to have in the art? What's the quality that I'm going for and all that. Yeah, so I feel like I need something like in between these two colors. Like that's too dark, I feel like. Yeah, it doesn't look terrible, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't look terrible. We're on the wrong layer. That would work if I set the paint bucket to only to fill on all layers, then it would work, which I should do. It's not really beating myself up. It's just like I try to be conscious of like what am I actually doing, and am I gonna regret something later on, you know? So that's the problem there with that being that dark, and it can't be that. So. So I'll just add another color. That doesn't look terrible. But yeah, technically these shadows should be a little different because they should have, well, I'm trying to think. Because based on the width of them, whether or not you would be able to see, like, that. I guess you probably would be able to see the notches in it. Like, I don't mind the idea of it being ridiculously detailed art and stuff, because obviously I love that kind of thing, but it's also like trying to be realistic, you know. It's like it's very much a like, alright, come on now, what can I actually ever finish a game doing? But it looks cool, so that's what's important. That's what's important. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, something like that. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty darn good. At least I think so. I'm not really sure what to do about grass, but this was my initial just screwing around. I feel like it should be a little more structured than that, but I'm not really sure. I don't know. Don't know what to do about grass. Do this and make it into a brush. And just do like that. guy looks too uniform. Don't know. Grass is a really hard thing to do in pixel art. So I did some other tests, grass, although it was monochromatic. Somewhere in here. Yeah, I did a little bit of grass testing there. This is not terrible. I'm gonna see if it actually goes to a grid though. I guess it does. I just kind of had these edge ones. Why is that not letting me pick that? Oh, because I got... One thing I really liked on here though is these pillars. Like, I like the colors on these pillars. They're super cool looking. So I should like pull one of those in, probably. So let's put that on a layer here. Not really sure which is supposed to be which. I guess it's supposed to be like that. So I sort of had like that, and then I also had for the edges of it, I would just kind knock them off a bit. So I just kind of do like this. So it wasn't perfectly uniform. But I just paint with that texture. So I could do with a... I could do it like... this. Oops. This be this, pattern aligned to source. But it should be this, pattern aligned to source. I'm not sure what's going on with this, because it's like, it doesn't look like a square. Maybe it's pattern aligned to destination. Or it's definitely not supposed to be a paintbrush. Why does it make it a block? It's very strange. Okay, so you can do it with different colors. Oh, here we go. So I go here, and what do I do? Brush type, size, angle. I don't know. Anyway, so realistically, that would kind of be like, just do like this, I guess. I'm not really sure how to make that look good. Like, it looks strange. Plus it feels like, it really feels more like it should be like this or something, you know, like it's got a center to it where it's solid grass. and then it's got an edge to it where it's like that. I'm not really sure how that should go. Maybe it should be like this, and then we do pattern align to destination. So this needs to be cleared. And we just add that. Oh. No, not that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's more like we can do that, and then I can do this. Doesn't really look very good, though. Yeah, that doesn't look very good. What is going on? thought I was gonna go get lunch, but I seem to have felt not like it. For some reason, this here looks really good to me. Like, out of everything, this here looks best. Not that though, just this part for some reason. Yeah, that looks pretty good for some reason. I'm not sure why, because it seems like it shouldn't look good. But it actually kind of does. And just put some patchiness in it. It totally should look bad, but it doesn't look bad. Let's see. Let me make that as like a new thing. Oh shoot. This should be RGB. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I have another one here that was grass. I'm not sure what it is. It's two-color grass. Should be able to... here we go. Let's see, the main thing's like this thing needs to be broken up slightly. I'd say that was about it, actually. Maybe this little dot here. That looks weird. Hey, Thorder. Thorder A. I think it's Thorder A. Thanks. I'm glad you think it looks interesting. Ugh. I'm just trying to do some actual concepting. So, because the game shouldn't look like this forever. Like, it needs to have art at a certain point, so. I'm gonna make a little character out of character. I guess I must have deleted the character. And I'm really trying to figure out what to do with grass, but that looks okay, I think. Like, it looks okay without it, but also it also is nice to have, so. I kind of like having it very sparse here, because this is sort of, it's kind of deserty almost. Not desert, but I don't know.
He did it all to spend me from the awful things in life that comes, and he cries and cries.
That looks alright, I guess. I don't know. Opinions. Opinions. Anyway. How are you doing, Thorder A? I don't know which looks better. I'm gonna go with the grass for now. I need to work on the sprite too. I don't really like this version of this song. I don't really like that version of that song. This one's okay, from what I remember. Blurring in and out. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Let me see if I can up the bitrate on the stream. Let's try upping. Let me know if I drop any frames, but I'll try to let that come in. Okay, can't really see the grass pattern. Long Dark. I haven't played the Long Dark. I feel like, realistically, the castle does need to have something, though, over here that prevents you from getting in. I don't really like this track either. These are just like the bonus tracks or whatever. They're kind of bleh. I did kind of like this album. Although there's some other Cocolino Deep ones. Seems like all of Cocolino Deep's stuff is based off of movies, which is interesting. Don't know. There's a lot of these things. A lot of these things. That seems fine. Okay, I think this concept's pretty close to done, but I really don't, I'm not sure what would keep you from going in there, because, like, that's basically the start of this area, although kind of, it's going to change slightly, I think. Like, I like the binary stuff, but, I just don't know, like, it's kind of interesting to do it without having the binary thing, I feel like. Even though the binary stuff's cool. Like I do have a whole bunch of stuff that I do with the binary stuff that I want to have. But it feels kind of separate from this stuff. I don't know. We'll see. It's just a concept, so it doesn't really matter whether or not it turns out that way in the game. So that's fine. We just need to basically take like part of it, like this part of it or something. Copy that out into a separate thing. Oops. Copy that merged. Ah! Index color. There we go. Yeah. And that needs to be like... Well, actually, hold on. We'll just do it with Photoshop because I need the transparency anyway. So Long Dark's like a survival game, if I'm not mistaken, but I haven't ever played it. Color looks slightly different there. So, not bad. Always have these grid things on. Okay, so the thing that I have to do is double it first off. And then I have to have, usually what people do is they take the top row and didn't it select anything? Let me do a single row marquee. I take the top row and then you clear that out. And then save it as a ping. Okay. So right now it's binary, the binary area. Let's tweeter that out. we gotta put our hashtags in there. Probably should have just done this after the stream, I know, but anyway. Yeah. All right. Oh, interesting. Terry Kavanaugh. Yay. So you have to put the like transparent pixels in it, or else Twitter will just convert it to a JPEG and then screw it all to hell and back. It doesn't look terrible. The character needs to get redone. I'm really not sure what to do about the character, but I've been streaming for about 2.5 hours. I think I'll come back and do some design. I need to do some of these ladder area puzzles here, which I was working on last time. But I need to go get some lunch, so I will see you all probably in an hour or so. But thanks for joining, and see you around. Or I don't know if I should I never know whether I should pimp all the things, but anyway, follow the channel, and I will see you after a while. I don't have like an outro screen. I should have that. Anyway, see ya.